when it comes to these Q50s, you have two main types people like to deal with. You have the 3.7, which ranges from like the time they were created all the way to 2015, and you have the VR30s from 2016 on to the present day. You could definitely go through and build the 3.7 because it has a high compression ratio and there's not much boost you can add to those things. You could probably run like 6 pounds of boost, but the compression ratio already 11 point something to 1. All right, so after 2015 comes the 2016 model years. Those come with the VR30 DD-TT motors, you know, the twin turbo 3-liter V6s. Those can make 600 horsepower easily without hardly any mods except for upgraded turbos, bigger intercoolers, bigger charge pipes, bigger injectors, and you already there.
So, you want to know what type of cars are suitable for a slideshow? I got you. Number one is an early model Infiniti G35 sedan or coupe. Number two is either going to be a 2011 to 2014 Coyote Mustang. You could also get away with a V6 version. You could do an E46 sedan or coupe, but the sedans are easier to get. These things are easy to slide. An F-body SS. The early model Chrysler 300C with the Hemi in it. A 350Z. The S197 Mustang 3 valves are perfect for slide shows. And it has just the right amount of power to get away from the police. The Ford Lightning. You could even get away with a CTSV. And last but not least, the 5th gen Camaro SS. Remember, kids, slide responsibly. Okay, OBS truck guys, let's talk. If you are trying to make the perfect street car, just something you can enjoy without having an LS swap, here's some ideas. So I was asked on Instagram, how can I make more power without having to do an LS swap? What about like the old Chevy motors? All right, let's tackle this topic, right? There are multiple ways to make power without an LS. You can do a small block 434 stroker. You can do a 383 Pro Charge. You can do a nitrous 496 stroker. Man, it's more ways to get power besides relying on the LS all the time. But if you're going to do an LS motor, if you're trying to go as cheap as possible, you can do a 4.8 LS truck motor, you know, because they can handle boost, or you can just snatch a 5.3 out of Gen 3 or 4 Tahoe. What's up, everybody? It's the Black Car Guru back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about a whole lot of Mustang shit. Today being featured is Robert Sloan's 2017 Mustang, but it's not just any Mustang. He's running a built Coyote on 3 turbos. The 6R80, however, is also built. And boy, does this motherfucker sound good. I be trying to tell y'all, y'all can't trust these Mustang guys, dog. A lot of y'all crack jokes like, oh man, they hit crowds and shit like that. When these motherfuckers go straight, they are forced to be reckoned with. This motherfucker aggressive as hell. Just look at it. Look at that white horse. Let me tell y'all something also. If you see them big ass Lizzie McGuire butt cheek tires at the back of this motherfucker, they ain't come to play with you. If you'd like to learn more about Robert Sloan's Mustang, make sure you hit him up on Instagram. Tell him I sent you. So a very long time ago, before I was born and before a lot of you was born, Chevrolet and BMW worked together. I know a lot of people talk about how the new Supra has a BMW motor. No, trust me, BMW has been working with everybody, even Chevrolet. They worked together to put a V12 inside of a box Chevy. This was the same V12 that powered BMW's 750iL. This BMW V12 was also so very infamous that McLaren and Rolls-Royce decided to put it in their production vehicles. So literally, to even get close to recreating this thing, you need to go get a box Chevy, then drop a Rolls-Royce V12 inside of it. I mean, think about what could have been if these things were mass produced, because the sad part is this was only a one of one. This is a shadow of what could have been. The BMW E60 came with a 500 horsepower S85 V10. These things have a distinct sound which rivals that of an F1 car. However, they love to spit out rod bearings, and the transmissions these things come with are damn near made out of glass. Well, you might as well say they made out of glass. So let's brainstorm for a minute. So you have a very dope ass body style, right, with plenty of potential, but the engine and transmission are trash. So I was thinking, I'm like, okay, what's a perfect alternative besides an LS swap for an E60 M5? And then it hit. Since it's a V10, you can Viper swap it. I mean, think about it. The layout in the E60 M5 a V10, and the Viper has a V10. Just shoehorn that bitch in there. Not convincing enough? I got something for you. Or you can say, fuck it, and you got the money, drop a R8 motor in that motherfucker. What you just saw was a Grand National. But not just any Grand National. This thing does not have a supercharged LSX. This one in particular is a lot... Bro, this motherfucker is special. This motherfucker is Hellcat powered. We have a Hellcat powered Grand National, people. The owner of the Hell National made a total of 900 horsepower on stock internals and stock transmission. The man literally grabbed the drivetrain out of a Hellcat and threw it in a Grand National. If this isn't Black Air Force One energy, I don't know what is. Bro, this motherfucker gets rowdier than a nympho on female Viagra. Don't believe me? Watch this shit. This thing is the ultimate flex. The Hell National is a badass motherfucker. I'm very rarely impressed by home-built shit. But this thing is giving Forza Horizon 5 energy. He eventually blew the Hell National up. And you think somebody that invested that much into a car to quit? No, not this guy. He said, fuck it. I'm going to rebuild the whole engine and I'm going to make even more power. This guy is going to put the biggest fucking turbo on this thing. He's aiming to make 1,400 horsepower. This block is fully built. I'm talking about through and through. And he's aiming for 1,400 horsepower. Bro, shit like this is what I love. This is what impresses the fuck out of me. And I'm very rarely impressed. But this thing... I don't think nobody this year is going to top this thing. How do you race somebody with a G-body and a G-body with a Hellcat drivetrain and a G-body with a Hellcat drivetrain and Tesla brakes? How? This shit, I still can't fathom it. And it's one of my favorite builds of all time from anybody. There are celebrities building shit all time. But this guy home built a Hellcat Grand National with Tesla brakes. Bro, let's not forget this. A Hellcat Charger or Challenger is fast stock. This thing has its drivetrain. Imagine the torque. Just imagine how hard your head is going to get thrown back from a two-step lunge. Go follow him on Instagram. Love you. How's it going, everybody? It's the Black Car Guru back with another video. Let's get it. This car came with either a V6 or a V8 making 280 horsepower. At the time that this thing was created, it literally didn't have any competition, especially if you consider the fact that its only competition was the early North Star V8 Cadillacs, and we all know that them fucking things are horrible. This car has a perfect 50-50 weight distribution, and the body lines are gorgeous. The problem is the European drivetrain they chose to use. Me, if I was part of Ford, it would have came with two engine options, a 4.62 valve and a 4.64 valve, with the 4 valve being a higher option. I also would have made it a manual straight from the factory as far as the V8 version, and you know, the lower trim comes with either a manual or an automatic. Now, that's how it should have came, but Ford decided to take the more cost-effective route.
Hello everybody, it's the Black Car Guru back with another video, and I think it's time we talk about the Hyundai Genesis and the Kia Stinger with the 3.3 turbo. People often associate the Genesis and Kia in general with unreliability, and I really dislike that. It irritates me because the 3.3 Genesis and Stinger are both very fucking reliable and a lot more tunable than hell a Scat Pack Charger. Let's say you don't even want to race. You just want the speed for the hell of it. You want the utmost tunability. There are people making 590 to 700 horsepower from simple turbo upgrades, bigger injectors, better charge pipes, and a bigger intercooler. It's not very hard to mod these things, but people have a stigma over these things.